It's time for the Income for Life Daily Dime. Reactions and analysis on important financial news that impacts you in 10 minutes or less. Brought to you by the podcasting pros at Third Wheel Media. If you're a financial professional, estate planning attorney, real estate agent, or any small business owner, Third Wheel Media has a podcasting production package that fits your needs. Visit thirdwheelmedia.com to find out more. Now, here's today's Daily Dime.
Welcome to the Income for Life Daily Dime, where Nick and I have a quick hit discussion in 10 minutes or left about a topic or a conversation out there in the financial and retirement planning world. Again, as normal, powered by our friends and family at both Folds of Honor and Third Wheel Media. And Nick, our conversation that we're going to have today, again, in 10 minutes or less on our Daily Dime, is one that we're going to have a lot of fun with, because the topic is, and the title is, So What You Really Meant Was... And we're going to go through of what they said and what they meant. So this one's going to be kind of fun to go through, because some people in the financial world speak in code. I think that we talk about that all the time on our Income for Life show. And it's important for people to learn how to crack that code. So we're going to look at some examples here and what they said compared to what they meant. So let's jump into this first one here, the first of these five. And what they said is, we've experienced a significant market correction this month. But what they meant was your portfolio lost money.
Exactly. Exactly. And you hear this one quite a bit. And, you know, it is what it is. The market will be volatile. The market can go up and down. But when they start to talk in this jargon of just, you know, a correction, well, what that means to your statement balance is it went down. You lost money. Mm-hmm. So they should be talking about what that means to the plan that you have together.
Right.
Nobody out there can predict what the market's going to do, and corrections will happen. But they shouldn't just be having it be a blasé conversation. It was just a correction. Hold on. They should be talking about, what's that do to our plan? Do we need to make any adjustments? And what adjustments are we making? Not just, we had a market correction or a significant market correction. Well, that means you lost money. What does that mean to the plan?
Absolutely. So again, what they said, we've experienced a significant market correction this month. What they meant is your portfolio lost money. Now let's go ahead and move on to number two, because this one is kind of a joking one as well, but it happens all the time and we see it all the time. What they said to you was, we're forecasting significant upside potential for this stock. But what they meant was, our firm has taken a large position in this stock and I need to sell my quota.
Lots of times this can happen.
We hear about these stories.
This can happen within larger firms that actually do make markets and different things and do some of this stuff. So a lot of the big name firms and wirehouses out there and big banks can have this. If they start pushing you hard on a single investment option, many times that is, they may have some other incentives in mind, and it's not just that they think this one's going to go to the moon. There could be some underlying structure there that has caused them to now be pushing this certain thing. So asking the right questions and seeing if that fits the plan is your best option.
And that's kind of where we talk about, you know, that's maybe where your spider senses kind of pick up on something like that. If somebody's really pushing some one thing really hard, it's like, why? You know, what's the reason for that one? So again, we're forecasting some significant upside for a stock. What they're really meaning is, I need to hit a quota. So that's number two. Number three of these, what I really meant to say was, our fee structure aligns with your interests. We do better when you do better. What they really meant to say was, we still make money even if you lose it. So there's a lot of commercials out there. We're not going to pick on anybody, but if you have any sort of cable or anything network out there, news channels, you hear commercials about, we only do good when you do good, or we do better when you do better. So really what they're saying is, we still make money even if you lose it. So let's talk about that one.
What I think this one breaks down to is actually having a true understanding of how your advisor or broker actually makes their money, and understanding what that price point is and how much you're paying for it, and then what they're doing to earn that value. Are they creating value in your portfolio, in your retirement, in your plan? And is that justifiable? Just not one compensation plan is better than another. It's understanding the full breadth of what that means and what you want to pay for, and is there value in that pay for.
Absolutely. So that number three of what they really meant to say was, we still obviously make money if you lose it. Understood. People hear that one quite a bit. Let's go ahead and jump into number four of these. So what you really meant was, and what they say is, as a CLU or an MBC or AADR, blah, 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 you're in great hands with an accomplished financial advisor. What they really meant to say, though, was, hopefully my many titles impress you.
Exactly.
So we hear this all the time. A lot of people have a lot of things behind their name. They have a lot of letters and things like that. So they're hoping that all of those titles impress you enough to become a client for them.
It's one of those things where education can be a great thing, and some of these designations and qualifications that come behind can be great as people continue to learn and grow in their knowledge base. But what it really comes down to is understanding what you need as a client and what their expectation is and what their expertise is, and then what that plan fits with what you want to do, not just hoping that they hand you a business card and it's got a bunch of letters and acronyms behind it, and you're just like, this person must be super smart. Have your conversation, know what questions to ask them, know what you want to accomplish out of your retirement, and ask the same questions to everybody. Don't just look at their acronyms and their letters behind their name on their business card and say, this person or this group knows what they're doing. Ask the right questions, go in with the plan, and get what you want out of that meeting.
And whenever you are going in for that plan, there, a lot of it, we talk about it all the time on the Income for Life show and also on our Daily Dimes, Nick, is have some common sense. Whenever a person is building a plan for you, they're putting, a prospective plan together for you, have some common sense of knowing what the proper way to retire is. And the goal of retirement is to stay retired. So unless they have a plan in place to stay retired for you, to help you stay retired, then it doesn't matter what's behind their name, because It doesn't make any sense. So let's go ahead and jump into I believe we're at the end now. We're on our fifth of So What You Really Meant to Say Was. And on our last one here, what they said to you was, your portfolio has a very high alpha, and I'm worried about your potential or reverse dollar cost averaging once you have to start your RMDs. But what they meant was, if I make this sound like rocket science, maybe you'll give up, let me manage all of your money, and help me make my Tesla payment this month. Yeah. A little aggressive in that one, but I understand what we're talking about here is sometimes people make these financial plans more confusing than they need to be.
Correct. And I think this one kind of wraps up all the ones that we're talking about, in that, unfortunately, in this industry and many other industries as well, but especially in the financial services industry, we almost purposely make things tough to understand, esoteric. We're using words and phrases that you're not going to understand so that you think that I know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
When we try to make things as common sense and structured and easy to understand as possible, hence why we do these shows. But if you don't understand what somebody's saying, don't be afraid to ask questions. Lots of times those phrases are designed to make you not ask questions.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're scared you don't know what any of those words meant, so I don't know what questions to ask, and I'm just going to be quiet. Don't let those phrases keep you quiet. Know what you want to get out of the meeting. Ask the questions that you want to ask, because it's your retirement, your savings, your nest egg. You deserve to understand what's going on, how they're doing what they're doing, and what the plan is going forward.
And the lesson to be learned from this quick exercise that we went through, again, of what they said versus what they meant, is you want to work with someone who is clear in their communication. That's where you want to be. You want to be able to understand what they're talking about, but also understand that you can ask questions freely and comfortably without any sort of fear, resentment, or anything like that. So again, as we talked about, so what they really meant was a very neat exercise that we just went through here on Income for Life's Daily Dime, again, powered by our friends at Folds of Honor and Third Wheel Media. If you like the information that we provided with you today on today's Daily Dime, then give us a call. We'll talk about it at 888-228-8814. Again, that number is 888-228-8814. And until next time, bye-bye for now.
This has been the Income for Life Daily Dime. Reactions to and analysis of the important financial news of the day in 10 minutes or less. For help with your financial and retirement plan, call 888-228-8814 or visit incomeforlife.org. The Daily Dime is brought to you by the podcasting pros at Third Wheel Media. Do you need a turnkey solution to launching and maintaining your own podcast? We have packages for business professionals that provide you with content, editing, posting, social media, and all the steps in between. We can make the podcasting process simple and effective. Book a free consultation at thirdwheelmedia.com and mention you heard about us on the Daily Dime for access to an exclusive discount on our services. That's thirdwheelmedia.com. Information provided on today's show is for informational purposes only and does not constitute investment, tax, or legal advice. Information is obtained from sources that are deemed to be reliable, but their accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed. Always consult with a qualified professional before taking any action.